Hi. Hey, we're here. Welcome to Caffe Lena Poetry tonight with the fabulous Bertha Rogers. We're very excited about her. And my name's Carol Grazer. I'm the host for the evening. I just flew back from Los Angeles visiting my little adorable cute grandson, and his parents were there. That was fun. I had a little bit of I'm a little tired. I got a little, flying from LAX to Dallas, we landed and I found out that I'd missed my connection. They were gonna fly me to Chicago. I was gonna spend the night in Chicago and then fly to Albany the next day. And I made it. I'm here. I got through it. And I just want to say, I know we have a lot of problems in the world, a lot of things to advocate and fight for, but I really think we need to put lounge chairs in airports for people that have to sleep. I wasn't the only person wandering around wearing 2 socks to stay warm. Okay, so we are going to get started here with our fabulous feature, Bertha Rogers. When she's done reading, we're going to have you guys come up and share your poetry with us. We are hopefully live streaming tonight. If it isn't live streamed, it's going to be recorded and it'll be on the website afterwards. So we are going to have Bertha Rogers come up, who is a poet, translator, and visual artist. She's published poems and translations in literary journals and anthologies. She's also written on inclusion and cultural diversity in arts education and has had those essays published in various places. Her newest poetry collection is What Want Brings, New and Selected Poems from Salmon Press. So that's here for sale tonight. Her other poetry collections, she has great titles, is Wild Again, Heart Turned Back, and Sleeper You Wake. She is also known for founding the Bright Hill Press and Literary Center in the Catskills with her husband. Yay, that's an amazing organization still going strong, which is a testament to the people that organized it to begin with. She's also led the development of the New York State Literary Website and Map in partnership with the New York State Council on the Arts. Let's give a huge welcome to Bertha Rogers.
Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Poetry really wants to be heard, and my poetry certainly does. So, can everybody hear me? Yes. Okay. So the cover on this book, if you saw it on the table, is an old tree that is way up behind my house on a little mountain. And I loved it because she looks like she's the mother of everybody. And I took that picture years ago. Okay. The first poem I'll read is the title poem from the book, What Want Brings. Gray rain seeps through the fall of played-out clouds, loops among hills, ragged mountains, flexes and thins, cut, contoured fields. This here, nearly parallel to another September, when I, after tramping ley lines, leaned into standing stones that gently mocked my bent. Oh, I was in love with hardness, rocks tilting over landscape's green edge, words riven with meaning. I thought, mindless I, that I still owned some forever, and so walked right into those stones, touched their weighted flanks, shifted the quiet as if they were my true grandfathers, good old men who had only my best in their storied senses, showed in gray and gnarled faces, deep listening. I wasn't the first, last, how many others wanted there, waited while they were grim, while they were given until in some gray-green season, those moments like gouged out uplands returned haggard and lonely gift. Could we lift this up a little bit? The thing, can I just pull it up or?
Just pull up, yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, I think a lot of you must have known Colette Inez or knew of her. And she was a Belgian-French poet who was adopted by some evil Americans who, the drunken father and the stepmother who locked her out in Long Island in snowy winters. Colette died a few years ago. She was one of the most generous poets I've ever known. She always was thinking of someone else and what she could do for them. So this poem is called Mezzo and Dead Colette, and it's to the memory of Colette Inez, and it's after listening to Marilyn Horne singing the Willow Song from Rossini's Otello. Fold arms over, around arms, enfold winged fingers over hands. The mezzo, Marilyn, sings verse and refrain, the Willow Song. Her voice sweeps the floor clean, brushes up orange fritillary wings, and you, dead poet friend, lean, watch from your doorway, a last hello. Your smile a new moon, rocking, receding, your mouth branch swaying up toward our vanishing sky, last butterfly flourish. You, poet friend, dear great heart, gone among winged willows. Thank you. And this poem is called Golden. It's a pantoum, which is an ancient form in 4-line stanzas with a lot of repetition. And it is about my best friend from high school who was killed in a car accident when we were 16. And like so many things with teenagers, there are unsaid, ununderstandable things. It took me until I was 50 to write the poem. It's called Golden. Golden girl, I envied you your garments, the ease with which you greeted change. Why did you, fortune's favorite, withdraw? How could you leave, smile intact, the ease with which you greeted change? 40 years, I'm the graying lady in the beat-up car. How could you leave, smile intact, shocking me to the church, her novenas and beads? 40 years, I'm the graying lady in the beat-up car. You materialize in my tinted windshield, shocking me to the church, her novenas and beads. You're as pale as the aura the gypsy mentioned. You materialize in my tinted windshield. I swerve, you levitate. You're transient. You're as pale as the aura the gypsy mentioned. These days, passing cars can't touch you, ordinary dirt. I swerve, you levitate, you're transient. Morning, your friends ate funeral fruits, we sobbed. These days, passing cars can't touch you, ordinary dirt. You're diaphanous, a tissued, perfectly pressed frock. Morning, your friends ate funeral fruits, we sobbed. Now, keeping busy, I rarely think of you. You're diaphanous, a tissued, perfectly pressed frock. On my way to work, I buy coffee at the Quick Stop. Now, keeping busy, I rarely think of you. My daughters have daughters. You never did, never will. On my way to work, I buy coffee at the Quick Stop. The manager greets me with 1,000 good wishes. My daughters have daughters. You never did, never will. Carry that sweetness, promise of immortality. The manager greets me with 1,000 good wishes. I grin broadly, laugh even. Carry that sweetness, promise of immortality, but it's evanescent. It shifts, it slips. I smile broadly, laugh even. Back on the road, I watch your hand, but it's evanescent. It shifts, it slips, you wave, drop details of your latest gala. Back on the road, I watch your hand, the gown, gold as morning, you swirled in. You wave, drop details of your latest gala, the nut meats, entertainment, Elvis, Buddy Holly, the gown, cold as morning, you swirled in. You who passengered badly in cars. The nut meats, entertainment, Elvis and Buddy, no impediment to the clouds you ride, high altitude wheels. You who passengered badly in cars are permanently above bridge abutments. No impediment to the clouds you ride, high altitude wheels. The morning's cold, my friend. Your eyes are permanently above bridge abutments. Most of us alive cast our lined, tired looks aside. The morning's cold, your eyes, yet you're content, I'd bet on it. Most of us alive cast our lined, tired looks aside. We go on breaking, changing, aging, yet you're content, I'd bet on it. Golden girl, I envied you your garments. We go on breaking, changing, aging. Why did you, fortune's favorite, withdraw? Thank you. This book has a certain amount of poems with form. This one is called Rondeau. It's called Planting, and it's a rondeau. We bend to roots and call our bent prayer. If we're lucky, those we buried burst up, flare into our stout stems, offering petals whose sheen is sweet in summer sun. The pretty blossoms mean happiness, though common, though briefly fair. It's as if we were simpletons, joyfully aware of glory, and for now, mercy. We share our smiles like heroines in long ago tales. We care. The soil sifts through our fingers as we lean. This is how we practice our goodbye, last prayer, plunging roots into the readied sepulcher. Is this enough? Does this satisfy? To have seen April bloom here in the place where we bend to roots. Thank you. This poem is, I realize these are all really happy poems. This poem is called Enough. To have held the late August zinnia by its stiff stalk, watch petals unfold until its whole romantic show opens to the watchful bee, his yellow and black fur sunning, wings whirring and waving. To have been shocked by the hawkmouth's bullet body, sleek, unreeling tongue tracing pink phlox and purple monardia as the month's heated breath hovers above and below scented blossoms. To watch everyday daisies bloom up from ground, assume the loose form of sky-white, changing clouds among the asters, wild blue, the silvery attitude. To walk through the orchard, snap apples at their stems, share the shine with dusk-familiar does and darling fawns. To call back the long ago happy planting day. It is enough, isn't it, to have lived, to have leaned into the sunstruck zinnia, the coneflower, shapely bleeding heart, to inhale them all, and the wren singing the shamble, the tangle of summer, the path to travel when all this is over. Thank you. This one's called Steller's Jay, and we don't have these Steller's Jays in the East. They're very common in the West, and they're like jays in terms of the way they act, but they're this strangely beautiful teal and black color. Cobalt, this winged bully's most lustrous hue, fades to sapphire, turquoise, azure, indigo, all the way to black, then starkly light with duplicate blue streaks pointing out mad eyes that flash like a mountain freshet, embodiment of dapper wrath, smacking of rage, his theatrics shrieking, assaulting sparrows, ratcheting bare branches, breaking day's grace by the cruel genes he inherited, much as those brutal husbands who drink and afflict, although we can't know how much this bird's upbringing has ordained his course, if he's the progeny of a mean seed. But we don't mind, since this blue boy's easy to enjoy. This is another long poem, and in the Brooklyn Museum, they have a wonderful collection of Pomo Indian baskets, and this is about the Strawberry Festival time in the Pomo tribe upstate of Oakland and Brooklyn. To a lost friend at Strawberry Festival time. In the Brooklyn Museum, feathered baskets lay trapped in locked vases. Quail and hummingbird fringes stir. Pacific shells clack songs nearly audible through the glass. When the trickster came disguised, came looking for California, the shaman grew confused, forgot his name. His tribe neglected to clothe themselves with the feathers of escaping birds. By the summer of 1968, one old Pomo woman remembers some shards of language. A few others grind acorns into mush, craft baskets from blackroot sedge and rushes. Passionate young men, lazing over broken down cars, laughed from their eyes at pretty passing girls, eating strawberries as if they were kisses. Tribal elders cluster, their masked faces unsettle reservation air. In the valley, the Russian River winds, the rattlesnake coils in the white man's vineyard. Stooping through the sweathouse door, we hear voices, fragments of chants. We too, holding our daughters like offerings, watch braves follow the singing sticks. Then suddenly, friend, you were gone, and I gone in another direction. You, your flower daughter, child born like mine, to a hungry-hearted mother. I imagine you enticed by the charlatan, dying in his heat, or safely suburban, swimming in a blue pool. I know you wild, wish you loping California's resonant hills, your spirit flying above your head, feathers lifting, the wind. And I imagine most of us wrote some poems during the fabled plague. I'll read a couple of them. This one's called Star Song, and it has an epigraph. I believe a leaf of grass is no less than the journey work of the stars, Walt Whitman. You paused at the bend in the river, touched the blooms rooted in water's walls. Hope streamed while I turned back, face covered, eyes awash in regret. This was in May. The romance of orioles shimmered from the threaded purse that kept their babies safe. How can I be sad on such a winged day? How weep while orange birds skim the sky, perform liquid songs? Streets and grasses may burn. Men may usurp birds' jet hoods for dark purposes. But you and I know that the leaf yearns for the new star, that every cloud cushions a trill. And I'll read one more from that sequence. Let's see. Plague's End. The doors of the sleeping room slide into their dark pockets, open to hall's musky light. Weighted curtains wave, window sashes bang up, down like shouting spouses. And suddenly, all that was kept from you and me, and out of a black minute, 10,000 cold fires, a swarm to ignite the evening, knifed eyes to murder the plague that came to kill. This one's called Holy Beast. Once I was part of a holy beast, I was. I was a dog, a bear, a bone. I was the leader and the dragging led. My fur was both sleek and shaggy, black and white. I was as tall as a stallion, long-maned, yet bony, as deep-withered as a dog. I barked and I whinnied, I growled, I cantered, and I loped, I lumbered. This was before I was born, before I slid from the cave where I was hailed, then demeaned my unnatural cries. I rose up, red dog spinning rain, swirling band of pink. At last they knew me in my corner. The words I gave left. I barked again. This one is called To the Heart. I have taken up residence in the bear's black body. The bear's heart has devoured mine. I, all my thumping, am diminished, and the bear grows bigger. His seething face has absorbed all the day's light. His clawed paws are as turbulent as electricity at night. Heart, the sunflowers have been extinguished by hurled ray, and I am dead to the day. They told me I would discover morning, but here it is always night. Though the walls be red and flowing, blood moves, genome smart, but knowing not of itself. All its bodies sequenced and thwarted, though paginated, booked and shelved. The bear refuses to read the pages I was, spins me out. The blinded blinds move like flattened smiles in air's curried currents. Crows pick out, lay down words between lights, molten lines. Never forget you. Never forget your thronged face, they cry. The bear is silent, his viral eyes red hot. I'll just read a couple more. This one is called Stone and Stand, and there's a reference to the standing stones in England. First I was mountain, one among many, our shoulders shoved up, rough. We jostled and pushed, seeking blue. We grew meager from the ceaseless budding, our borders rupturing, rounding down to stippled smallness. Then I was stone, alone. I stood in a green field below a flimsy sky. I was hugely skilled. There was quiet around, within, just air and I. In time, faces with voices showed, limbs, hands, grunting, they hoisted my bulk. I said nothing, pondered where they would at last set me down. They broke me, they piled me up with my kind. Now we rest together, screened by trees who seated themselves in our abraded bodies, thin skin. Those high, shifting limbs, ours too. We are become a host, yet one, rooted, riveted. Fingered arms sign our big thoughts in air, but we hold. Stillness is our wary way. We are grove, and we slowly think. Slow we go, back from stand to range. Thank you. And the last one I'll read is here somewhere. This is called Sap Month, which, you know, is March and April around here. The clouds sleet-lidden shift. The ridge moves. I am going right out into it. Sky, I am sky. I lie along the horizon, trees black against cloudy body. I am, oh, coming down, clearing. Floor, I, gray stone mother, red hummock chair, white veins on stone face, snow. I am spectrum. I proclaim day. Coyote stares, eyes, teeth yellow. Shadbush streams from frozen earth. Maple waits with pulp, blood ready. Dog-like, I scratch my belly and yawn. Warmth happens to my body. My teeth fang. From this mountain, heat beats forth. These wan hours are charged. I wait, though limpid, and spin in the very old air, feather up to green sky. Oh, my head is proud. I cry, sun, I pray, bloom again. Gone, bring me to your glare. Thank you very much.
Let's keep it going for Bertha Rogers. That was really nice to have her here.